Melissa Correa giving us a preview of her story. You know, Mel is from Weslaco, I'm from Mission, but believe it or not, there are members of the Channel 5 News team that are from all over the country. We'll try all over the world. I want you to meet a member of the Channel 5 News team that's been here for some time, Nino Robakidze. You know, you are from the Republic of Georgia, and you've been visiting us here. Farah's been sort of taking you through more or less what we go through every day. Let's start by showing us exactly where you're from.
Oh, I'm from Georgia, and it's in Eastern Europe. Here we are this small country, and it's exactly in Caucasus. So we have 4 neighbor countries, and our country is 10 times smaller than Texas. You can imagine there are 4 million people living there, and it's really important for me to be here because I can share your experience covering border because we have 4 neighbor countries, and we have a ground border with these countries. The main problem is border with Russia.
You're showing us there on the globe, but this actually gives us another view. That's exactly where you're from, and you know, just fill us in on exactly why you're joining us here to sort of give folks back home a different perspective.
You know, we have very difficult borders with Russia because, as you know, 22% of Georgian territory is occupied by Russian troops, and 2 breakaway regions of Georgia are under Russia's control. So we can work just on one side of border, and we can tell stories on other side, and we have 500,000 refugees in our country for these breakaway regions. So it's really important.
Those are the similarities. How about where it contrasts? What are the big differences from South Texas and, of course, half a world away there in the Republic of Georgia?
Yes, of course, there is a big difference because our country has no illegal immigrants, and it's an issue for you. And your country is like for everyone. They want to be here, but not in Georgia because we have a lot of problems.
Your initial reaction when you're up and down the border, how are the people? Are they? What's been your experience so far here in the Valley?
Here in the Valley, I think that it's really interesting because you are working in a really free country. You have chance to freely communicate with policemen, with border control managers, and some guys who are working with government. But in Georgia, we have no such freedom. Nino
Robakidze joining us from the Republic of Georgia, a fellow journalist, and really she gave us kind of an insight as to exactly what the process is like every day. Thank you, Nino. She's been actually with Farah, so she is in really good hands right now. Farah's giving her a good idea of exactly what the day-to-day life is of a reporter here at Channel 5 News. Thank you, Nino. She'll be checking in, though, throughout the week next week. Still to come here at Channel 5 News at 4.